All right, hello everyone. This is Stan Smith. I apologize if I'm messing with my mask, only because I'm trying to sound clear. This is going to be episode 2 of the Eye of Poseidon. If you're curious what the first episode is, we're going to do a small little mini recap, but you can also find the video at the YouTube page, somewhere on their Twitch page for Strange Realms, so you can follow the very beginning. We played this multiple months ago. Unfortunately, schedules are the worst enemy when it comes to RPGs. So, what I'm going to do is go around the table, we're going to introduce the players and who they're playing, and then we're going to get rolling with session 2 of the Eye of Poseidon. So, we're going to start with this young lady here.
My name's Kelsey, and I'm playing Mia, whose undercover alias is Ava.
Alright, my name is Gino, and I'm playing Cassidon. He used to be on the ship with Ignacio, and now he's part of this crew. And he's a warlock.
My name is Mike, playing the barbarian Conrad. Kill him. Let's see what happens.
I'm Caesar. I will be playing Peter Dugray, and I'm here as a treasure hunter and here to kick ass.
I'm Olivia. I'm playing Nyx, a human fighter with a crossbow.
Awesome. And again, I am Stan Smith. This is session 2 of the Eye of Poseidon. For the rest of you guys, as usual, I'll be reading a lot of descriptions from the story. Sometimes there'll be theater of the mind. Sometimes we'll have sets up. For those watching, there'll be some breaks in between where I have to set up new pieces. And I'll try to make this as descriptive as possible. The rest of you guys, if you have a question, you have to speak up, especially if I describe something you're not too sure. Okay? So, the Eye of Poseidon. Here we go. There is a tale of a rare artifact lost at sea called the Eye of Poseidon. Legend has it, whoever possesses this eye can control the elements, can turn armies into stone, and even resurrect the dead. Many who search the globe for this power have yet to find it. And they're searching for the power to rule, the power to corrupt, the power to be a god. And becoming a god, you gain the ultimate power. And that is the power to stare death in the face and be unafraid. Now our adventure today continues as several strangers are brought together by destiny. They're traveling by sea on a lone ship called the Sea Ferret. One stranger is a sword for hire, a proud barbarian hoping to provide money and resources to the village that he comes from so they can survive. We also have 2 siblings, legendary fortune hunters, in search of the ultimate treasure, the ultimate rush, the ultimate adventure. And another is a swashbuckler on the run, hiding from his past, searching for his future, looking to reunite with the love he once lost in the past. And finally, a proud naval officer tasked with espionage, struggling with her identity and her loyalty to the crown. Today's story continues as our adventurers set out to locate a map leading to the rumored Eye of Poseidon. Nyx. It is nighttime and you're all alone in the crow's nest. Thunder booms above your head and cracks of lightning appear and disappear all around this ship. The rest of your crew below sleeps. That is your turn to keep watch. A storm approaches, one like you've never seen before. The wind howls in protest. It pushes back against the rain and it intensifies as your body begins to rock back and forth high above on this crow's nest. The sails violently tighten with no slack as they begin to creak at the force of the wind. In the distance, massive white clouds choke the skies and swirl above your head. Flashes of light from the lightning illuminate the sea sky, and your eyes widen to the distance as you see massive waves the size of hills swelling and crashing towards your ship. A warning bell above you flies off of the post and disappears into the night. You're alone as the rain begins to pelt you like small needles from thousands of bees stinging your skin. You're not used to this element. You're used to caves, dark dungeons, and caverns, and mountainous terrain. So being up here alone is going to be a test for you, Nyx, to survive. The wind begins to push against you even harder. I need you to make either a strength check or an athletics check, whichever's higher.
12.
You hold on tightly as the wind starts pushing you, but you manage to hold on without falling over. You look around the bottom of the ship and there's a shadow of somebody trying to yell at you, but the rain and the sounds all around you masks their voice. It is Corazon, standing there drenched, holding on to the side of the railing. He's trying to say something to you. Make a perception roll. No, you need a 10. Sorry, you cannot make out what he's saying, but in his eyes, you can tell he's very, very concerned. He mimics with his hand doing this, but you have no idea what he means. To your horror, a massive wave approaches the port side of the vessel. You see Corazon's eyes widen with fear, and he looks up at you, trying to mask it, trying to calm you, to make you feel that it's going to be okay. But at that moment, this massive wave slams into the side of the ship, as all you can hear him say, "It's going to be okay!" Make another strength roll.
10.
You go flying off the side of the, flying off the side towards outside of the ship, about to fall overboard. And a strong hand reaches up and grabs you and pulls you back on. It is Corazon. Standing over you, completely drenched, the ship is rocking back and forth. His eyes, even though they are concerned, he smiles at you to provide a comforting smile that things are going to be okay. He tells you, "We need to find the nearest rope," and before he can finish, another wave slams into the ship. Make another strength feat roll.
15.
You survive as the wave encompasses you and swallows you up. You roll onto the deck and slam into the side of the wall. As the ship begins to sort of get back to normal into its groove, the wave disappears. Fishes are bouncing and dancing all around you. You're getting up from the ground. Looking around, Corazon is no more on the ship. Creaks and sounds are all around you as objects on the ship begin to shift and turn. The wind is picking up even harder as you're trying to keep your balance. Make another strength athletics check.
14.
The wind tries to push you off, but you grab onto one of the railings and hold, slipping and sliding with your feet. You're not used to this element, but you're still managing to survive. In the distance, once again, you see a massive wave approaching the ship, and you know this wave, if it hits the ship's broadside, can destroy it. And the only way possible to maneuver the ship is to get to the helm at the top and turn the wheel. So what I need you to do right now is you're going to make a acrobatics check. Try to quickly get up the wall.
20.
Woo! Dirty 20. Move yourself up to the stairs. As the wind is pelting in your face, you get to the top of the stairs looking up. No, at the bottom. She's looking up at the top.
Okay.
You know that you have to get there quick as this massive wave is approaching the ship. And you're the only one knows of the impending doom that's coming this way.
Roll this passed out on the bottom.
I'm like, God damn it, guys, my hair's getting wet.
Your long ponytail.
Yeah. It's a
Now-
lot of maintenance.
Below the deck, it's somewhat quiet. The crew is currently sleeping amongst blankets, sheet rolls, and numerous supplies. The sounds of waves slapping against the hull, hanging lanterns, and the occasional rat squeaking in the distance are like the only sounds that fill the lower deck at this moment. But one member is awakened by the sound of a single glass jar rolling from her backpack across the wooden floor. Mia, or Nyx as she's using the name.
Ava.
I'm next.
No worries. She's
I gotta get started. Mia?
Mia when no one's
Ava.
around. Ava when it's just me.
Mia, you wake up and you're groggy, and you see from your backpack the jar with the messenger sprites the king told you to speak to starts rolling out across the floor towards the other members of the crew. What would you like to do?
Well, I'll pick up my jar, put it back in, but
It's going so quick, I need you to make a dexterity roll. This is a high one.
that's very face.
Because you're still tired and groggy. 17 or higher, young lady.
18.
Woo! You dive across and you grab it. But at that moment when you grab it, a boot places his boot on top of the other side of the jar as you look up. Captain Farseeker is standing on the jar next to your hand.
I'm gonna stand up really fast. Captain.
He sort of looks at you, looks down at the jar, and you see all the dancing lights of the messenger sprites. Swaying back and forth with the ship. Oh, lady, what's in the jar?
Food.
The crack of lightning sort of startles
Not for
Farseeker.
me, of course.
He looks around and looks at you. Food?
Yes.
He reaches down, he grabs the jar, and he holds it up. He gives it back to you.
Thank you. Not for human consumption.
I see. What type of insects are those, little lady?
Forest sprites.
I see. Make a deception roll.
17.
Woo! Captain Farseeker looks at you, and you can tell he's somewhat doubtful as he's trying to trust you. Forest sprites in a jar on a boat.
Yes. No further questions?
He's about to say something to you. The boat begins to rock even more and more. He has a concerned look in his eyes, and he's looking up at the top of the hull, the sides, and the lightning outside gets more and more. All hands on deck! All hands on deck! A storm we be in! Everybody up! Awake! And the whole ship begins to rock. The rest of you guys hear this below and you wake up from your sleeps. You can tell concern on the captain's face, and he's very concerned as the boat rocks violently. Everybody here below deck has to make an athletics check roll. We're going to start with Ava. Ava.
9.
You go falling flat to the ground and you slip.
These damn heels.
Cassidy.
18.
You catch your balance and grab onto one of the large crates that are tied down.
16.
You also grab onto one of the posts to keep from falling.
24.
You too keep your balance. And let's see what the rest of the crew does.
Perfectly balanced.
The rest of the crew that wakes up with their expertise and experience, they also keep their balance. The crates start moving and rocking as you hear the tearing sound of rope. And all the crates below deck start sliding violently toward everybody below deck. Everybody here needs to make a dexterity saving throw, starting with Ava.
I need one or no?
No, not you. You're up.
14.
You're good.
4.
Wait.
A massive crate slams into you, pinning you against the wall. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Conrad,
16.
you quickly move and dodge out the way as another barrel rolls towards you, slams into the wall. You see another crate and you dodge out of that one as well.
20.
You also do a fine backflip and you land on the ground, keeping your balance.
Show off.
Why aren't these things tied down?
Never like Boston.
No one's got me. No one's got me for a second. Damn.
Farseeker yells, "We need to secure the supplies! They'll tear a hole inside of the hull! Quickly, grab the ropes!" Now you see all the cargo that's been flying around the bottom level. There's ropes attached to them. I mean, all of you one at a time, not all one at a time, doing dexterity rolls, except for you. Go, starting with you.
Go. 18.
You quickly grab one, you pull back, and you prevent it from slamming into one of the walls.
I'm very strong.
5.
Good.
Oh, goodness.
You go to grab a rope and you miss, and it slams into the side of a wall. And to your horror, water starts spewing out the side, filling up the bottom over here.
Uh-oh.
Captain, I'm sorry. I just woke up.
Uh-oh.
30, 20.
Roll.
30, 20.
You grab onto the rope and you stop another barrel from hitting the wall. Go ahead, sir.
Oh man, 6. That's not
A crate. You try pulling it, you can't. It burns your hands, you let go, and it slams into a post, dropping one of the lanterns onto the floor. A fire erupts.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on out there?
A fire? Oh, perfect!
So the markers indicate right now at this moment we've got a huge leak over here. We got fire over here. Fire Seeker yells out, "Quickly, from the water, get the okram! Find it below the deck! The rest of you, help me with the water barrels! To put out the flames!" he yells. Okay, we're gonna stop right here, and then we're gonna go right back up top. Nix!
Yikes.
Nix, you're covered completely in water. Your hair is dangling in your face. The rain is still pelting at you, feeling like thousands of needles. You're looking at the top of the stairs. Wood gets very slippery with the sway. I need you to make another dexterity or acrobatics check to run up those stairs.
10.
You needed a 10. Put her at the top. The ship is violently trying to knock you off, and you finally get to the helm. A massive wave is approaching. You need to turn this ship with all your might. 90-degree turn, young lady. Make a strength roll.
11.
Oh shit, you needed a 10. You just barely do it as the wave crashes around the ship that absolutely would have damaged it completely.
Should have brought an umbrella.
Let's go with an umbrella.
Little hat with an umbrella.
You hear a cracking sound as the main boom suddenly rips free from its shroud and swings toward you with violent speed. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. This is a high one.
Oh!
22.
It barely misses you, and by the speed and the velocity, you knew this probably would have knocked you off the ship completely. As you get up, some of the crates next to you start sliding towards the bottom part of the ship, and you know they can be damaged. You too have to try to reach for the ropes behind them. Make another dexterity to grab these ropes.
18.
You got a new captain, ladies and gentlemen. You reach up and you grab and you hold it tightly. Now you have to make a strength save to see if you can pull it back. 10.
11.
You do it.
12. Sorry.
You're hold it. You got it. You're pulling it back. Good job.
Girl.
Yep.
She doesn't need the rest
Keeping
of
us
the girl.
cool.
She is the team.
Like, what are they doing down there? Taking a nap, getting some snacks?
Yep. Just chilling.
Munchies.
I'm just straight up chilling.
Sure. Just vibing. Just vibing.
Beneath the ship, fire is starting to spread, as you can see, and water on the other side is filling up the hull. We're going to go around one at a time as the ship violently bucks all of you, and you're going to be thrown over. If you fail this roll, whatever saving you do next will be at disadvantage. We're going to start with Eva.
I'll give you my
10.
You're 10. You keep your balance.
You're welcome.
17.
You keep your balance as well as the boat is trying to throw you to the floor.
That's a 21.
Woo!
Oh man, that's an 8.
You fucked up.
You fall flat on your face.
God damn it.
And the next saving throw you do is a disadvantage.
Perfect.
Yep.
Above your head, you hear the horrifying sound of cracking wood as one of the rafters comes falling down for 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
You. A large rafter comes straight at you.
Much right. Can I catch it?
You gotta roll.
Is
This
it
is a
really
question.
big?
Oh, yeah.
Or jump out of the way?
Yep. This is a 12 or higher.
On what?
Dexterity.
4!
You're dead.
Now.
She's over here.
Oh!
Wow, you're gonna do that to me?
1 point of bludgeoning. bludgeoning damage.
Of course.
Just one?
Yeah, but you're pinned now.
Yeah, of course I am. Look at me.
Aren't you like really strong now?
Yeah.
Sir,
No.
Yes.
Oh.
it says. Oh no.
She's experienced,
In
but
combat, I'm strong.
Oh, okay.
yeah. In combat.
Fire spinning. You gotta look for. Where are you? Down here? You need to find the ochrum. Ochrum is a very thick gray, muddy material. It's like putty, and it seals leaks. So you need to make a perception roll.
Perception.
It's Flex Seal.
5.
You're looking around. You cannot find it. Roll a 10-sided die. 1 to 5. Something horrible happens.
Don't make me come down
Something
there.
horrible.
Flex Seal look.
3.
God.
Well, this is a fun campaign.
Another water leak busts through the side.
Oh man.
Captain, you need help down there?
You're kicking ass up there.
Stay up there.
You can do it new.
You have a choice to try to get the water barrel to put out the flames, or you see more water is spilling out.
I'm gonna try to find the okra.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh my god.
That doesn't look good from here.
It doesn't.
He was a pretty decent with
11.
12 or higher. Nope.
Oh.
Roll a 10-sided die. 1 to 10. 1 to 5, something horrible happens.
I need to get up.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
3.
Oh my god, guys.
The fire spreads.
Oh god, it's spreading.
Whatever, I'll hop on the rowboat.
It's your turn. You have a choice to try to find the ochrum or find a water barrel.
By the way, we are all failing.
I'm gonna have to say
Disadvantage is only the
water
saving
barrel.
throw.
The water barrel, make the perception roll 12 or higher.
No, you don't have
There's
to.
lots of barrels and
Oh, perception?
yes,
Okay.
lots of barrels and crates. You gotta know which is which.
16.
You find a water barrel. Make a strength check with advantage. You need 8 or higher to push it towards the water and spill it.
Alright. I have a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
You just did it. 8 or higher.
You're all done.
Oh, you're saving the shit, my man. You put that water out.
I
I
tried.
already did myself.
Was that a 1?
That's a natural. So instead of dancing, I'm like, thank God. Because that would have been bad.
As the chaos continues below, Nyx is alone up top dealing with the storm above.
And that Kraken comes after me.
Can I get the fire, please?
Another wave is approaching the ship. Massive, bigger than the first one. You need to quickly use the helm and turn it. Strength roll.
Save us.
You got this. Oh god, you did not got this.
6. The wave hits the side of the ship.
Damn it. After this storm, we gotta do some serious
Repairs.
repairs.
5d damage. D10. 8, 10, 8, 5, 3, 3, 3, and 2. How much damage is that?
A lot.
About
31.
The ship takes 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
That was the first one to fail.
ouch.
I made all the other ones.
Make an acrobatics or athletics check to keep your balance, or you're gonna go flying off the deck.
Oh!
12.
You're fine. Once again,
I thought that was the one for a second. I was feeling
rolling out the way, your foot gets caught in the shroud. The shroud is a net attached to the boom that swung around. It grabs you, and as the boom continues to swing, it tries to pull you. I need you to try to undo the net that's on your foot. Survival check. It's gonna be it's 7 or higher.
6.
No, you don't. It straps your foot, it swings you around, and now you're hanging over the water.
Oh no.
Exactly.
That's embarrassing.
Oh,
We're gonna walk up and be like, what the heck?
It
Just
says
like-
you under a beam. I
That
think
was
we're all
also
a little embarrassed.
yeah, I was gonna say, this
The unfortunately where you're at, a lot of fire is starting to spread.
Yeah, I wanna.
Farseeker sees you. He runs over to the rafter and he reaches down, he grabs it.
Yes.
I can only do this if you help! Push, woman, push! Strength roll.
It's a boy.
12 or higher.
Strength.
With advantage because he's helping you. Sorry.
Thanks.
12 or higher.
18.
You both pull it out and it rolls off you.
I'm gonna look at that fire. create water on top of it, and I get to douse them both.
And what spell is you using?
Create and destroy water.
What?
Now those fires are out.
What's the radius?
30.
Ah,
30 feet.
Yep, that'll do it.
10 gallons.
That'll do.
Yep.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Put
Had
some
to
fires
redeem
out.
myself.
The redemption arc.
The water is spreading. One more thing, the water is spreading. What are you gonna do?
Did we ever find the okra?
Yeah,
No.
we did.
Oh,
No.
yes. No, I'm sorry. I
I found a
messed
water
up.
bucket.
Yeah. My bad. He put out one of the fires. She put out the other.
Okay. So then, I'm gonna go looking for the okra.
That's
Perception?
Well, higher.
Okay. Oh, 11.
No!
You're looking frantically. You can't find it. And make a athletics check as the
We
boat.
need labels.
The boat continues to rock.
Oh, 12.
You keep your balance.
Cassidy, what are we looking for?
Okra.
Fuck. I can't find it!
Make an athletics check, please.
Oh shit.
I had 20.
You keep your balance. Did you fail the last athletic check, or you passed
I
it?
passed it.
You both
I
good?
passed it.
What would you like to
Okay,
do?
I'm gonna try to find you.
12 or higher.
You just gotta
I gotta get over there and mend that
Perception.
shit.
Yep, you're looking for it.
14.
Woo! You find it. You find a crate, and it says Okram on it.
They're gone.
Okay,
Alright.
to apply it right,
Yeah.
it is a survival.
Survival?
Wisdom, yeah, wisdom or survival.
Okay. Alright, let's see. 11.
You apply it. One of the leaks has been sealed with the Okram.
Only still split.
And now back up deck. Unfortunately, Nix,
Uh-oh, you're dead.
for a moment you temporarily black out from the velocity of being swung, and now you look, you're hanging upside down over the deadly rough ocean. Swells and waves slapping up inside of this hull. You hear the ship moaning and creaking. The net is tight around your foot, but the boom sounds like it's cracking as well. You need to somehow free yourself. To climb back up, you need to make another survival check to free your leg.
It's the core strength.
Bring back core.
7.
Oh.
There's a roll a 10-sided dice, please.
Oh no.
Roll it high.
4.
There's a crack in the boom, and the shroud tears more as you fall straight down towards the water, but suddenly stop. Your head is hitting the waves. You know any second you're about to go straight down into the water. You have one more chance to do a survival check. You untie yourself and you quickly scramble up the rope as the shroud tears just to the point where you get back on the deck and fall into the dark sea below.
This ship is.
Glad no one saw that.
First night out.
We're not doing this again.
As soon as you make the deck, you hear the sound of wood grinding against wood. You look up and several massive crates are sliding at you with great speed. Make a dexterity saving throw. 10, that's what you needed. You jump out of the way of that. You're kicking ass up on deck. But unfortunately, we have to go back down.
They're not winning.
Where's the okra?
Hold on, we are. Well,
Oh,
We're
you
getting
got
it.
yeah, I got one of them. I need one of y'all to get this.
The ship massively bucks once again. We're going to go around one at a time doing athletic checks to keep your balance. If you fail, you're going to get disadvantage on your next roll, starting with you. You're fine. Next up, just so you get disadvantage the next saving throw. 10 or higher.
Oh, yeah.
10 or higher, that's 9.
Disadvantage next roll.
Oh,
17 plus 5.
You're good, buddy.
that is good.
You keep your balance. You're not falling over. Yep.
Fisherman is what we do, though.
Disadvantage. Disadvantage. Mia, you see you hear the crackling sound of another rafter come falling down towards you. Make a dexterity saving throw to jump out
Oh
the
my
way.
gosh.
Please,
10 or higher.
watch
I'm
it.
trying to do things. 16.
You jump out the way from the next rafter that fell. Come on. Make your movement each square. Obviously, you go boxes. Go.
Okay, 30.
That's fine. Okay, that's it.
Alright.
The sound of wood above your head, you look up as a massive rafter keeps tearing and water keeps spilling down from the top deck.
Don't get hit by that captain!
Disadvantage, 10 higher.
Pointing to you.
Oh, 9.
Woo!
Your magic
Just
number.
missed it.
999.
Yikes.
It's fucking nice. Is that a 2? That is a
No.
1. 1 point of bludgeoning damage, but you are now pinned.
Oh, goodness.
Free kick. Don't break it. Not a kick.
You go.
What we doing?
The rafter is coming down also.
What happens when your team is against that?
Hey, Stano.
Yes.
And that one.
Oh, the first
rafters.
Double.
You're gonna run out of
You get a raptor hits you as well.
You're gonna run out of wood.
Yeah.
2 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are also pinned.
Oh, that's a real big one for a big boy.
If you fail this roll, there's also going to be more wood, chance of more water busting out. Go, 10 or higher, disadvantage.
Double 20.
High rolls, high rolls. What?
Oh.
What is it?
So what's the plus?
10 or higher, strength. I mean, I'm dexterity saving. Dexterity saving.
Oh, 14.
Woo! You get to make an action now. What would you like to do?
Alright. Where is the...
You are where?
Right there.
Yeah, you have to look for Okram. Okram.
He found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to go apply a survival check with advantage, 10 or higher. Oh, 8. I'm sorry, 8 or higher. Survival with advantage.
Make that paste. Put it on there.
Alright. That is a 15. Alright. I got it.
As you start plastering up the last amount of water with the Okram, the other crew members on the ship are helping pull the rafters off both of you. And suddenly, it starts to get very quiet inside the ship. The boat stops rocking crazily,
I need fresh air.
and everyone's looking around. The first voice you hear is Farseeker. Head count! Everybody okay? Head count!
Captain, Mia. Ava.
Make a perception roll. Oh.
21.
Head count!
Captain, Cassidon's still alive. Barely.
Hey, guy, sir. I'm good.
Still alive, Captain?
Head count! You hear Ivan! Randall! Randall! The guys in the crew start shooting off their names. He's looking around. Where's the woman? Somebody up on deck! Where's Corazon? Quickly! Everybody!
I go upstairs.
I
Okay.
run up.
Going to the top of the
Slowly
stairs.
get up.
My back.
As you go to the top, there are stars in the sky, but in the distance you see giant storm clouds slowly moving away. The entire deck is covered with seaweed, fish jumping up and down, crabs, crates that have been shifted here and there. You see a torn sail, a shredded net attached to the main boom. But you also see Nyx, drenched in water, trying to fix stuff about this ship. Everybody walks out and they all look at her, and Farseeker looks at you as well.
I try to help her.
I promise I'm better on land, Cap.
The captain walks up to you. He says, 2 things. Are you okay, my dear?
Yeah, I'm just a little wet.
And then he gently puts his hand on your shoulder.
Crazy.
And where's Corazon?
I don't know. I was trying to fix my hair. I think I lost track of him.
Corazon! He starts screaming Corazon's name, and all of you don't really know Corazon that well, but he and the crew, they seem frantic, and they're screaming his name, Corazon! Corazon! Throughout the night, as you guys try to fix up this ship.
You better confirm.
Here, you good? You're looking a little pale.
What about you? Jesus Christ.
Where's the umbrella?
I don't think there's umbrellas. Maybe.
Ladies and
I'm a
gentlemen,
tinkerer. I'll make one.
Perfect.
the majority of you have been tasked to work below decks to clean up. The top deck during the morning hours, the very early morning hours, Farseeker and his crew are up top, probably cleaning the upper levels. At this point, the lower levels are absolutely clean. If you could take these guys, put them on the bow of the ship, which would be right there now. And Farseeker also, which is right here. So the rest of you are below deck, the 5 of you. The bottom deck is a mess, but you sort of put band-aids where it belongs. It's just the 5 of you alone. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna wring out my hair because it's really wet.
Any other repairs needed?
The stuff in there is good. The water has been put out, but you guys are going to have some supplies later, which I'm going to discuss, that need to be replenished. But as far as the ship on the bottom level, the below deck, it's fine.
I want to check like my bags and stuff to make sure something is there.
It is.
Okay.
And I'll check my forest sprites.
And your 4 sprites are in the jar safely, looking at you like, what the fuck kind of trip is this?
Sorry, guys. They're made.
Yes, they're good. Conrad, are you going to do anything else?
Still confused on what I'm here for.
Okay.
You're just chilling with us.
It's not what I signed up for.
You?
Just making sure everything's in order.
Everything's in order. Are you guys going to stay below deck or head up?
I'm going to.
Oh, we can head up.
But I'll head up.
Okay. Exiting the lower decks of the Seafarer, suddenly your senses go into overload because you guys were underground for most of the night. You suddenly get blinded by the morning sun. You also get assaulted by the smell of the ocean and the sounds of peaceful waves. It's all actually a welcome experience compared to last night's storm, especially below deck. But, to each of your surprise, gathered at the front of the ship, the bow, is Captain Farseeker and his crew. And they seem to be somberly staring off into the distance. A song erupts from all of them, as a special song they prepare to sing, and it was Corzone's favorite song. A somber moment, all of you really don't know how to react to this music.
I'm just gonna pray to my God while they're singing.
As they're singing together as a family would, who've lost somebody, one by one, each of the crew members walk over to the edge with a dagger. They take their hand out and they cut it, clenching a fist as blood drips down below into the sea, one by one. Ivan the cook walks over to the foremast, starts pulling up a black flag as it sails upward and flutters in the wind. The black flag has a skull, a white skull with sun rays around it, and they proudly display it for the first time. Farseeker walks over to the edge of the ship and turns to his men. He's holding a wooden cane with a gold mermaid handle. And he begins to speak a poem of the sea. Death be a pirate who plunders our treasure, in stolen lives and grief without measure. Gems of light, jewels of laughter, Corzone's gold and silver, death be after. A captain of mercy, with the flag of our son, will all death's fleet to kingdom come. Death took our son and put him to rest. By the loving Corzone, his name we bless. Farseeker takes a step back, he looks at the cane, and he slowly kisses the mermaid. He closes his eyes, and he appears to be whispering something to the middle cane. Farseeker takes the cane and throws it as far as he can, spinning into the light, disappearing and plunging beneath the sea. As the men continue to sing their hymn, they slowly turn and walk away from the bow of the ship, not acknowledging any of you out of disrespect. But to them, the journey and the job is still at hand, as each of them, somber looks on their face, walk over and begin to clean up the upper decks. Farseeker walks by all of you, expressionless, emotionless, stops, speaks, and says, Kozol wouldn't want us to sit here and cry. We have a job to do. We still need to make Turncoat Island before the afternoon. And he walks by, stopping by you and placing his hand comfortably on your shoulder, looks at you and nods, and then just walks away with the rest of the crew to help clean up the upper decks. The rest of you are standing there, and there's a brotherhood that none of you really have. You sort of did with the crew that you are on the Lost Hope. You also with the Sirens in the Valkyrie ship. But the three of you have never seen such an emotional a group of men getting together, singing these hymns, and just go about their business after one of their sons disappeared. But that's the pirate life. They accept it, and you both are aware of it. And that's what life is on the sea. So this is something special to all of you to see, but it's also very sombering, and especially for you, as he basically probably lost his life trying to help you out. And you honored him by surviving the way you did that night by yourself on the deck.
I'm going to like sneak off by myself and send out my sprite.
Let's do a stealth check, please. I'll give you advantage because you're being very stealthy about it.
I'm very sneaky.
Sneak a snake.
12.
You do it. And what are you going to say to the sprite as you take it out?
It's in secret.
I like that it's like on really small paper too.
No, I don't want you guys to know what I'm reporting to the king.
If anybody's watching,
No, you can keep
I know what it is.
Okay.
I forgot it. Mia, or Eva as she's going by because she's a spy, she was sent by this evil king of Waterdeep. Not evil, but he's almost like a Donald Trump type guy. And he's been
No, he
after,
really is.
and they enjoy killing and destroying pirates. Eva, or Mia, was part of an all-female elite naval officer group called the Sirens. It's all females, are like Amazon warriors of the sea. And she's been tasked to go undercover, go on this ship, and to find out whether Farseeker is a smuggler and or pirate or not. Because the king and the royalty have not found any evidence just yet. So he sent her, gave her a jar of messenger sprites, and telling her every night to send a message to saying the status of her espionage investigation. And she just sent one off, and it disappears, and it teleports to the king. So, with that said,
That's nice of you to make it such a compact message so the sprites can carry it.
Yes.
all right, put your characters on the deck, please. Somewhere on the boat.
I'll let you decide where they want to go.
We're going swimming.
I didn't bring my swimsuit.
We swim naked here.
Yeah, right?
You do.
Ignacio does.
I don't even know if I know how to swim.
We do not body shame.
So as the morning continues, guys, it's actually quite serene. It's probably about 10 in the morning. Blue skies and radiant sun actually welcomes the new day. Each ripple on the ocean all around the ship is like a sea of diamonds. The morning sun casts brilliant shadows across the deck as you guys continue to clean. There are still small crabs scattered about, dead fish lying, and there's spots of seaweed here and there.
Are there any frogs?
There are no frogs in the ocean, young
Sorry.
lady.
Thought I'd check.
You find a rabbit weasel, though. I'm just kidding.
That's close.
As the crew members are cleaning the ship, Captain Farseeker steps to the bow, looks out in the sea, takes a deep breath and inhales, and he speaks to all of you. I need somebody to jot this information down, for once we make Turncoat Island, we need supplies that need to be purchased.
On it.
The damage report we have, 5 wooden planks have been destroyed. We need 5 wooden planks. We need a main topsail. We also need the shroud, the net that's been torn apart from the sail. And below deck, 3 large pieces of tempered wood have been destroyed. So we need 3 tempered wood. Supplies have been used. We need a quart of oakum, 2 barrels of water, 2 other crates were destroyed, 1 with flour and oranges. So we need flour, oranges, 2 water barrels, and oakum. And as he says that, he looks at the rest of you. Does anybody have anything to report or discuss? And his eyes fall on you. And you guys sort of say, maybe something's going on with him, you don't know, and you sort of look at her as he looks at you.
No, Captain.
Very well. And his eyes glance at all of you. Anybody have concerns?
No, Captain.
I have one concern. So, did nobody else pay the tithe before we took sail?
My friend, that was a very strange storm. I've not seen anything like that in a long time. For it to appear suddenly, that quick and that violent, is suspicious. I'm not a man who believes in magic or religion, but something's afoot. But alas, I paid my price with my son Corazon, and that allowed us to survive. That, and the skill of a miraculous cave dweller, fortune hunter, Nyx, who I owe a lot. And Nyx, for your excellent work above ship and saving our lives, you are now promoted to my first mate, he says. And at that moment, the crew, huzzah! And they start yelling with happiness. And you guys all hear this. And he was waiting for a response to see if you accept it or you don't.
Sure, Cap.
Ah, young lady. You're gonna represent Corazon well. Thank you, milady. Let's make a perception roll with the group, please.
I doubt. That's what Nyx would do.
Ew. I rolled a 2.
Oh, I thought that's what I doubt.
18.
11.
Nope, 18 or higher, so. Okay.
I'm too sad that
So
Corazon
I get like
fell.
a hat or something? I guess I'm already wearing a hat. I want a hat for my hat.
I want a hat on my hat.
As the crew is congratulating Nyx, and most of you are actually now calming down and getting enjoying the actual sun that's drying out the deck, you see something in the distance about 50 yards on the port side of the ship, the left side of the ship. And it looks like it's a body wearing shining silver armor. I mean starboard, which would be the right side.
Okay, I'm on the right.
Way on this side of the ship.
A spaceman.
And you see it. It looks like it's armored. It's a knight of some type of armor, and it's floating in the water.
Who with a
It's
harpoon?
in croissant
See,
shape.
that-
Captain,
Aye!
starboard. I see something. I'm not sure what it is. It's shiny. It looks almost like armor.
All the crew and you see the rest of everyone goes to the railing and they start squinting out into the distance. Farseeker takes out a small little telescope, cracks it open and looks. Looks like a foolish knight tried to go out to the sea and they probably crashed and burned in the storm from last night. I don't know, what do you say, gent? You think we'll find anything of value on that fool?
Some armor, maybe? I don't know.
He's a knight, and maybe he's got something on him.
Yeah?
Maybe he's alive?
One of the crew says, Captain, I don't know if it's a good idea to be messing with the dead, but that'll be up to you and your new mates.
I have no opinion. Last time I jumped in, it was bad, so.
That was my call.
Now you see
It
it.
was.
I roped you into that.
You did.
The sun is brightly shining off. It's almost like a disco ball coming from his armor. It's a very unique, special armor.
Last time we interfered with something, we have the merfolk on our tail. Let's say
Now you do have a small rowboat you can go to, or you can just say forget it and just go.
We got places to be, people. Let's just go.
I know how to fish.
oh yeah? Do you think you can catch it and reel it in?
You got a harpoon?
The harpoon!
Ivan the cook, he's a
Oh, we're
massive.
talking about the harpoon.
Ivan the cook, he's a massive, almost Russian type man with a big curly mustache, bald head. He always wears an apron. He's jacked up. He stands next to Conrad. You can do this, my friend. They're all pansies. Go get that prize.
Stand behind
And he
it.
reaches over and he grabs a crate of food and he starts walking below deck with it.
Snack him.
I think you're the pansy. I'm staying here.
The fortune hunters.
We got
What do you
places
think?
to be, right, Nick?
We do have places to be, but
It is sparkling and it looks interesting, and none of you guys seen armor that looks like this before.
I mean, I feel like we have money. Maybe after we rob some other people, like we can come back.
Yeah.
yeah, but this one is
Captain.
higher. Almost right into it.
Aye, sir.
Is that rowboat still usable?
Do you want to hop in the boat and go out there? Nick?
Farseeker looks at you and smiles. I like the way you think. I'm about coin. Time is precious, but, and he looks at the sky, based on the shadows, we have time to kill. If you want to go investigate, you have my blessing.
We're also investigating.
Yeah,
Me-
so
me
Siri and I
and
will jump
We're,
out there.
we're checking out with the rowboat.
Alright, put you guys in the rowboat.
Take off. Better for me. Have a good day.
Oh, you're not going?
Nope.
Change your mind.
Only super
The
boat.
dynamic duo.
Yep.
Wait, which
The
three?
Wonder Twins.
No, that's it. Bye.
I thought Mike
I'll
was going.
I'll go.
Don't
How
kill
many can
anything.
fit on the boat?
3 apparently.
3? Okay, whatever.
I think 3 can
Okay.
fit, at least.
Your cape's like
I know. I
swinging
look
in the
like
wind.
I look
I
like
mean, I know
George
more
Washington
than
right now.
I mean, I know you
Christopher
can fit
Columbus.
anyways because of the situation
George
we got
That's
in.
true. I can just crawl up in the back really small.
So the three of you get on this rowboat as the rest of the crew is hanging on the ledge.
I'm shaking my head and I'm rubbing my face.
The rest of the crew is watching with suspense. Farseeker is eating an apple, as traditionally he does. Also curious to see what's going to happen. Who's on the boat?
That's
Fortune hunters?
Cassidon and the fortune hunter.
Okay. As you begin to approach this figure in armor, shining silver armor that's very odd looking, you begin to hear weird sounds emitting and coming from it.
Can I shoot like a fire shot, like
Whoa.
a warning shot near
Well,
it?
let's.
Like not at it, but to see if it like moves.
Can we just get a
Maybe
little
you
close?
just
Like, God
poke
damn.
it with something and not.
These noises you're hearing, you've never heard before.
I guess I have a sword. I could poke it.
So now you're really close to the body. You're
Shoot my
seeing
cell
it.
phone.
This appears, the body is obviously something dead, and it's wearing silver, torn, and singed clothing. Its helmet has a red cracked faceplate, and there are several strange symbols on the clothing that you can see. The strange sounds you hear appear to be coming from this body's helmet. But you also notice appears to be a strange device attached to its side, and it resembles a silver flintlock. But its craftsmanship is something you've never seen before. Its body is bobbling up and down, and you see on the top of the barrel of this strange flintlock pistol are 10 little lights that are pulsating. What do you guys
Kiryu,
do?
can you try pulling him in?
Yeah, let me try real quick. I'm gonna try and pull him.
Strength feat? 8 or higher.
That is a 9.
You're able to drag the body and pull it in. It's actually a really tall specimen, a very large person compared to the rest of you. The ship actually almost begins to bobble a little bit, and then it catches itself. You've never seen armor like this. And the sigils are also very unique.
I'm gonna say, don't bring him in here! Keep him!
The strange noise seems to be getting louder, and it's coming from the helmet.
Can I do an investigation check, look at it, and see if there's
Yep.
any
Sounds
like,
like
latch
a
on it or something?
Yeah.
Investigation. 9.
You can see there are little latches that you possibly can tamper with to remove the helmet.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll go ahead and do that.
You remove the helmet, you immediately see it's a giant bald head with large black eyes. Its skin is bruised and pale. It has no nose but 2 little slits. And its mouth is open for its last dying breath. Its purple tongue hangs out to the side, and you see what appears to be blood all inside the helmet, inside the face. Whatever this creature is, it's dead. But the sounds are coming from this helmet, and it's getting louder.
Can we just, like, take the weapons or whatever and then leave the guy?
I mean, we could.
Yeah, I'd say we,
Take
since
the-
I'm
take
just
the
gonna go ahead
flintlock.
and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the helmet. Am I holding it?
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to kind of toss it.
Eat it.
You throw it into the distance, you hear the kaplunk of water, and you don't hear the sounds anymore.
Okay. Alright, let's head back.
What are you gonna do with the body?
Bring him.
Sell it.
Wait. Flintlock.
Yeah, grab the phone.
Yeah, we got the body still.
Are we gonna take the whole body?
We're taking
Yeah.
the body? This disgusting thing?
We could probably do something with it on Turncoat Island, sell it, take the armor off, and say it's some weird sea monster.
Alright, fuck it. Let's go.
Alright. As you're getting closer, Farseeker yells, "Ho! Ho! What the hell is that you're bringing aboard my ship?"
We're not sure, Captain, but we could probably make some money off of it. We have a huge grocery list of things we need to get anyways.
I'm just gonna take the flintlock.
Make a persuasion roll.
Yeah, spin your pocket.
Yeah.
Nat 20 plus 5, so 20.
What? Nat 20!
Ready, first one!
Woo! You got it, my man. Bring it aboard! So, alright, let's put it all on the deck.
I'm just taking the flintlock that was on the body. That's it.
Alright, make an investigation roll to try to figure out.
18.
Ooh! You find little latches and buttons, you mess with it, and you take it out. It looks like a flintlock. You see something that appears to be a trigger, and the top of the barrel of this strange, shiny silver weapon, it has 10 LED bulbs, and they're slowly pulsating.
Can I see it?
Only if you give it back.
Okay. I put it in my pocket.
Alright, so you have it. The rest of the crew,
I take it back. Just like
the rest of the crew, half the crew is around the body, and the rest of them turn and look at you guys. Captain Farseeker says, "What be that you stole from the corpse?"
I'm not too sure, Captain.
A weapon,
It appears
perhaps.
to be some sort of flintlock, but more foreign, so to speak.
He reaches to the bottom of his shirt and tears off a piece of cloth, and he puts it in his hand. "Give it here, let me look at it." Okay, he takes it, and he's looking at it, and you guys see him staring at it. This looks like a flintlock pistol, and it has a trigger. He sort of aims it, everyone on the crew goes, "Whoa!" and sort of ducks, and he does this by all of you. He turns it over towards the starboard side of the ship. He aims it like he's going to shoot it. He pulls the trigger. A beam of light shoots out straight across to the sea and disappears miles and miles away. And he steps back. Now, those 10 lights, there's only 9 flashing. He looks at it. This is devilry. I do not want nothing to do with it. And he gives it back to you.
Do you shoot with a gun?
I can.
Okay, so what you have right there, my friend, this is a laser pistol.
A laser.
It's very, very powerful.
It's from Star Wars.
Wow.
You only got 9 shots left in it. And it does a 4d8 radiant damage.
4d8?
4d8 radiant damage.
Wow.
But you need to get attuned and get used to it. So you have to shoot, you have to get 3 successful shots. That means every time you shoot it, you're at disadvantage.
Oh.
But after you get 3 successes, you won't be at disadvantage anymore. But mind you, you only have 9 shots left. So this is a very powerful weapon. It should be used sparingly. And I would recommend maybe hold on to it, or you
You
can
have
do
one
whatever you
of the
want.
special flintlocks, right?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened to
I
the
gave
one
it to
Gil
her.
had though? I had the Hellfire one, and then there was one that Gil had. The
Right.
other one.
Right,
So
the
what
shadow
happened to that? Did
No, you guys still. Oh, Gil, you have the other one.
No, Gil had it.
Okay,
It's on
Gil's
his
is gone,
body,
so
yeah.
you have the
Okay.
only one.
Cool.
Your weapon.
The fire one.
Right.
I wrote down the stats.
Okay, you're good.
Okay,
So,
I use Eldritch Blast.
I lost all
The
my
hunters
stuff.
of spring have a bunch of guns.
PK fire!
all right. So the body's back on board. You have this. The Far Seeker looks at you. Aye, me lad. You convinced me to bring this thing aboard. What are we gonna do with it?
Maybe sell it. I convince you to bring it on board. Maybe I can convince somebody to buy it.
He looks at you with optimistic or a pessimistic look. Persuasion roll.
Persuade me.
13.
And you persuade him. Ah! There be coin everywhere, my laddie. Okay, let's secure this thing, and we have to head out to Turncoat Island.
Everyone has a niche.
Yeah.
Conrad, steer the boat. Turn it 90 degrees, port side. So put your character up there, and articulate to us where you're going to turn the boat.
Port side.
We're turning left, sir.
All right, strength roll.
I'll still be able to.
Nat 20, sir.
Woo! That's what
Like,
And you easily turn the ship, and it turns around, and we start heading in a different direction.
I don't know about throwing it though.
These are acrobatics rolls.
Yeah. More of a, I mean, I'll try.
Yeah.
She's really scared of it. It's like maybe like
All right, I'm going to grab a prop. I'm going to bring this prop out. You just give me 1 second.
Everybody close your eyes.
okay. Do you want to help me get the body out of the suit? Yeah, I know. Call him K for short.
Oh.
I'm Agent J.
Hey, Special K. Wow.
I am not touching that.
Take the gun, he will touch the body.
Do me a favor. Take the ship and turn it towards me, like on an angle like this. Thing.
Turn it towards Olivia.
Right, like it's facing her. Very good.
I'm gonna come up here. 'Cause
Now push it back this way so it can be on camera.
That's a great paint job. Who painted that?
That's a
Olivia?
print.
I'm
Oh.
a really good Etsy store actually.
Yeah, right?
Yes, it's cool under.
Leave like a sign.
Yeah.
Yes. Whimsical.
Whimsical.
Yeah.
And Kiru, as everyone's on the deck, it's been about an hour since the body has brought aboard, and you're trying to figure this weapon out and looking at it. I need you to make a perception roll.
Alright. I got 13.
Woo! You get 10. Looking out in the distance, you spot on the the starboard side, or the right side of the ship, roughly on this angle here, so think of a clock.
Yeah.
Okay? You see a sailboat covered in seaweed. Seagulls are dancing above it and diving into the water, causing splashes and coming back up all around it. You also notice the waters around this sailboat are very calm. And you see no figures, but there is a lower deck. You see this in the distance. You're the only one that notices it. Everybody else is preoccupied with other stuff on the ship.
Boy, Captain!
Aye, son, what is it?
A sailboat! On the right of the starboard?
He looks at you. What?
A sailboat on the right of the starboard.
No, on the
Right
right.
ship.
Okay, you see
Right,
the
it's sailboat.
the rest of you notice the crew and they're sort of rolling their eyes because this landlubber is trying to speak naval talk, and you guys sort of giggle also when you see this.
Use the clock.
Farseeker thinks, where am I looking?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. So he turns and he looks over in this direction here. I don't see anything.
It's just 3 o'clock.
12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
Oh, it's
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. He says 2 o'clock. Everyone notices a lone ship in the middle of the ocean, about 500 yards out. And you can see it is covered with seaweed. You notice dozens of seagulls all flying above it, dive bombing into the water and coming back up. And the water is relatively nice and calm around it. And there is a cabin that you can see, but the door is closed from where you're at. Captain Farseeker says, I'll be another victim of the storm last night. Your call, crew. We can keep going, or we can stop to investigate.
Sell it too.
He looks at you, pessimistic again. Make another roll, with advantage this time.
What are you trying to
Can
sell?
we bring a sailboat
Yeah.
with us? Does the boat have capacity to carry another boat?
21.
Hey, Emma, drop the anchor! You go, you're gonna get advantage on this roll. You find the anchor, it's kind of odd, but you need to drop it, and 10 or higher, advantage.
14.
You easily, flip! It drops down to the water. Conrad, turn the ship! 45 degrees, starboard side!
Turning, sir.
Okay, make a with advantage, strength roll, please. And you need 5 or higher, because you
With
freaking, you
advantage?
got a 20, yeah.
Yeah.
5 or higher. A little bit that way, yep, like that.
You're fine.
Got it, sir. We're here.
Most of the crew and everybody comes to the front of the ship as it turns in this direction, and expertly, this barbarian fisherman knows how to turn the ship and maneuver it. And in the distance, let me move this back just a
Are we
little bit.
ramming?
No!
Don't worry, son, you'll find something to ram to one day.
Oh, man.
If you're lucky.
There's this lone sailboat there, and it's quiet. The anchor has been dropped. You guys steered turned the ship pretty well. All the crew and everyone staring at this ship. Farseeker says, now the big question, who's gonna go knock on the door?
I'll do it.
Cast it in.
Let's go.
I'll go with her. That was
All
my
right, let's
idea.
put the rowboat right here.
I'll go as well.
Hold on, I'm bringing
Take
it
it as a
around.
team.
I'll bring it up.
Can you grab that?
You're bringing it around?
Hanging around town.
She jumps in
Can you
from the
grab
top.
Caesar?
Peter.
This is not Caesar, it's J.
This is K.
J.
Agent K.
Yeah, see, I'm Castle.
You guys,
You trust falling back into my arms.
the rowboat once again drops into the water, and we got the 3 same members on the rowboat.
Get off me.
You got me.
Conrad, make a perception roll.
I'm married.
Conrad's driving the boat.
Now he just turned it. You dropped the anchor, so it's not going anywhere.
17.
You start looking at the expression on all the other crewmen on the ship. Even Mia looks a little nervous. Everyone seems nervous,
Yeah.
especially the nautical. Everyone seems nervous about this. That's on the boat.
Give me a crew member's name.
You can. Ivan the cook is one that's very popular.
Ivan, can you hear me from the front of the boat?
Yeah, and he turns and goes, "Speak up, lady.
Why the down look?
These be signs that are not good on the waters."
What?
Ah, he says out of your frustration.
I like it.
What is he selling?
Exactly.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
And my head is in my hands.
You guys begin to get closer and closer. While
I learned my
1,
lesson.
2, you can actually come to the front of the boat now.
I didn't, apparently.
You guys stay back there in the helm.
Got the wheel.
Are we rested, by the way?
Yeah, you guys are rested. So
Okay.
whoever lost health, put your health back up, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Are you sure you're good? You about died.
1 health.
I mean, no one saw it, so it didn't happen.
There, right?
Okay. You get closer and closer. The rest of the people on the crew, of the boat, that's you on Seafarer. You're on the Seafarer, but you can't see. You're in the back. That's it. Just you and the crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and the crew and Conrad is in the back.
As they're getting closer, you have. Oh, I need you to make a perception roll. I'm not going to tell you this
What? Don't come.
because you're sitting there squinting, trying to look, and
You bring your glasses. 18. 19.
the seagulls, you just notice the seagulls stop dive bombing into the water as they're flying above the top. Okay?
I don't tell anybody that.
Okay. The boat gets closer to this
any of
thing.
you.
Now this ship, it's covered in seaweed. There's a really strong fish smell coming to it. Like the storm on your ship, you see lots of small crabs, but a lot more. All different sizes scuttling about the deck of this ship. Scuttling about the deck of this ship.
Can I like look to see if there's anything on it before we board?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a token. Hold on.
I just realized both of our characters' names start with K.
Let's not think too much about that.
I'm pretty sure I called you.
Alright, what are you doing? I'm sorry?
Just looking at it, see if there's anything there before we
Make a
board.
perception roll with advantage as you're
First
studying.
time.
You looking? You're good.
20.
Oh shit. Nat 20! Woo!
I'm excited.
The parties on your boat, which would be Cassidy and Kiru, they're studying the boat as well, but not as intently as you are. You notice that the door to the below deck slowly creaks open. To your shock, a large bluish-green creature, a merman, emerges from the lower deck, wearing shell armor, holding a strange-looking spear and shield.
Hell yeah. Wanna join our crew?
No, you killed one of them.
It's large.
Not on good terms with them.
Now both you and you see this as well. Its large amber-like fish eyes stare menacingly at each of you. It begins to speak in a strange tongue. And it doesn't take a rocket science to tell this thing is pissed. And it stares at you, possibly trying to communicate. The rest of you, now from where you're at, the rest of the crew sees this, you see this. Farseeker says, quietly, man the cannons. He says, what are you gonna do? What? Oh, he slaps his head like this. In session 1, this crew inadvertently killed a merman in the water, or a mermaid, with trying to help some fishermen.
That was a merman.
It was a merman.
Man!
It was a merman.
They had a piece.
Captain, we have to make it right. They will destroy us.
Persuasion check.
15.
Aye, let's wait to see what your friends can do.
Captain,
We have enough
on the
gunpowder.
cannon.
You're over there. You can't hear what's going on. You can't
I'm
see.
gonna-
You're
I'm
staying
gonna
over there?
look
I came
directly
down.
to you.
Oh, okay. You came down? So wait, what are you saying to the captain?
I'm on the cannon.
Okay, put your character next to. Oh, I see you right there. All right. Cannon looks. He looks over you at the cannon and winks at you. Farseeker. Put this guy at that cannon over there. Put this guy at the other cannon. This guy's gonna stay here with Ivan, Farseeker, Mia. He's slowly gonna walk over to the ballista that's over here on that part of the ship.
I want to look over to Nyx. And I want to. You calm yourself. Let me try and handle this.
It's trying to talk, and it looks very angry. Are you guys gonna say something or do something?
So I want to look at it and try to like motion to it to relax a little bit. See if it does that.
Make a charisma check.
I'm not very charismatic, so you guys
First
can
one
do
like a
it.
persuasion or just charisma?
Charisma, straight charisma check.
11.
It's quiet as its dark amber eyes stare at you. The side eyelids sideways do that. He holds onto this weird-looking spear item and he gently holds it up above his head. He says, and in the distance, all of you hear a scary sound. You hear war horns coming in the middle of the sea, but you see nothing. Suddenly, all around the ship, bubbles begin to merge and come up from the sea.
The little ship?
The little ship.
Okay.
You see this. The rest of you, your boat slowly moves backward as a current is pushing it very gently away from the ship. The merman begins to laugh and cackle as the boat begins to rise. Beneath the boat is a dark, round mound as it lifts it higher and higher out the water.
Mermaids are bad.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. Son of a bitch.
It's a crab. He's still on the boat.
A massive crab lifts off the ground and the sailboat is attached to its back. In the distance, the horns keep blaring out. Farseeker yells out, "To arms! Man the cannons! To arms! Pull the anchor! Turn the ship so the cannons can face the creature!" So, here we go. What are you gonna do this time? You guys will get a free action. This boat is still pushing back. This thing is massive. And you guys can tell it can easily destroy the vessel.
Alright. I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Alright, go from where you're at. Up there?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
And that is
No, not this time. I want you
You're
guys
an element.
You gotta tell me.
Let me get back. That's a con saving throw.
Okay, what?
Well, I don't know. This mechanism.
It's Sebastian.
A 19 and 18. Oh, cons. It's a 19. 19.
19, okay. 4 damage of thunder damage.
Oh, a cute little amount of damage, and it barely does nothing to this creature.
That's supposed to be a big spell.
No. Hold on, guys.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's
You're in the boat. You see this. What would you like to do?
I look over to Kiryu and Nick. It's like paddle.
You guys agree?
Paddle.
Yeah. Paddle. Make strength rolls. Quickly paddle. 10 or higher. 10 or higher.
Paddle. Go.
18. 9.
Going in a circle. Going in a
The
circle.
boat starts turning this way and then
God damn.
Keep paddling.
and this way. Your experience as a man of the sea, you know that you're not going to stand a chance against this
Yeah.
creature.
Alright.
You tell his commands were hold the anchor, man the cannons, turn the ship. What would you like to do?
So I run. Well, she's there. She fucked up. So I'm gonna go grab the anchor real quick.
Okay, count your the feet, the movement.
15. How many is the stairs?
The stairs will go up 2 levels. 2 attempts to go.
15, 20, 30.
Okay. What are you gonna do there?
Can I reach the anchor?
No, not yet. You have to be up here. We're gonna go to you again. You guys did the same. Okay, now we're gonna do initiative. Can I get my pieces out?
What are you talking about? I got that thing.
You don't have that.
But we got a cool ass gun.
I think we should change it. I guess you
Well, I
don't.
got 9 bullets on it.
Yeah, but you have to.
Roll
change it
disadvantage.
now.
Sorry, I gotta put down my little icons for my.
Does it have a weakness to fire damage? I have mine. That's 2. It is a water type. You don't think not.
Burn the bug off his back.
I don't think they're gonna be very happy with that.
Yeah, that's the point.
I just don't think it's a monster. The monster.
We'll take a quick break till she comes back. A pee break. Hey, Sarah Ortiz, we're gonna take a pee break. Everybody will be right back to see what's gonna happen next. Oof.